the pursuit of happiness. Probably a theme that goes back to the root of humanity. How do I become happy? And it can easily be seen as one of those questions who's a bit surface level, that happiness is something you achieve once you've done all the other things. But I think we've got that a bit wrong. I think happiness is at the source of the other things. Let's say you're saving up for a house. Well, why do you want to buy a house? The question is usually because I think it would make me happy to live in a beautiful place and to have a roof over my head. The driving force behind even wanting a house is the search for happiness. So if we get that wrong, what makes us happy, and we pursue that, then we spend a lot of energy in not actually achieving what we think we want, happiness. And we have so many ideas about what makes us happy. But do we actually know the source of happiness? Actually, my suggestion is that you are the source of your happiness. You can never get it from the outside. We're it. It's our nature. To quote Rupert Spira directly from one of his books, you are the happiness you seek. And if you take it just as a phrase, it can almost become a bit insulting, because if I'm the source of my happiness and I'm not happy, that doesn't help me really. So I figured in this episode, let's dive a bit deeper. Let's unravel what that means. Because if that's true, if I am the source of my happiness, that's the best news ever. Then I can do whatever I want and my happiness is not rewarded or taken away from me because it's my nature. So let's start by looking at it. Let's not just talk about it. Let's go into ourselves. Let's be where happiness, what our relationship with happiness is. And just to take it down a notch, just when we say happiness, people have a bit of different ideas. I'd like to say that happiness is probably the full spectra from absolutely ecstatic joy to more of like a grounded peace, the absence of lack, being at peace, not needing things to change in order for me to be satisfied. So if I'm the source of my own happiness, then why do I sometimes feel unhappy? Well, maybe it isn't that I lost the happiness, maybe it's just been overshadowed. Maybe it is the fact that the mind, my thoughts, think that happiness can be found out there, and the world isn't giving it to me now, and I need to go and get it. And in our everyday life, that's kind of how it seems to. Just say that if I think when I was a child, I wanted a birthday present, and I was longing for this birthday present. Like, say a toy car. I wanted this toy car so badly. And then when it finally arrived, there was so much joy and happiness. Isn't that proof, then, that my happiness was dependent on the toy car? No, that's not necessarily a way to see it. You could also say that the fact that I believed that my happiness was dependent on the car, it almost makes me put myself in suspension. I tense up and I go, not until I get that car will I be happy. And then when I get that car, my mind relaxes and allows the happiness that was always there to flow. So, if that isn't convincing enough, let's do an experiment a bit more. Let's say that I think I need a toy car to be happy. And in front of me, I see a toy car with my name on. And all of a sudden, I'm super happy. I feel the joy bubbling up and it's just joy. And then someone tells me that no, actually, Josefin, it's not your car. It's your cousin's car. And then I become super sad. Actually, nothing changed. The toy car is still standing in front of me. But my notion, whether the car is mine or not, made all the difference. So if we look at that a bit more, it's actually my interpretation of the reality out there that's blocking my happiness or allowing it to flow. And let's not skim over this. Let's really dig into it. I have a toy car in front of me. When my mind reads the external world and thinks that it says my name on it, then I release happiness hormones. Then I release happiness inside. And when someone tells me that it's not my name, then I become sad. Nothing has altered in the external world. Then my mind shuts off the happiness. But if I had the belief later on and realizing, no, but my cousin is going to share the car with me, so that she has the car and me has the car is the same thing, then I'm happy again. The car hasn't left the room. The car hasn't moved. So it's how I interpret my reality. Either puts on my happiness or takes it down. So actually the switch for happiness is not dependent on the car. The switch for happiness is within myself. It's how I interpret the world. And that means that I don't need to change the external world to allow myself to be happy. It obviously comes from within me. And that's the good news. Because if it was dependent on a toy car, there's not that much I could do about it. But now the happiness switch is within me. The happiness has to come from me. And this is not to be believed. We can't just put this on top of not feeling happy. We have to go to the other way. We have to see what thoughts are in the way right now that makes me think that happiness is not available for me. And when we were a child, maybe the stakes were easier. It was a toy car. When you're older, it's different things. But that isn't actually removing your happiness. It is shining in the background all the time. You're just deciding whether you have access to it or not. So your thoughts, what you decide to believe, is the switch. Notice what happens inside of you in that suggestion, whether you believe it or not. Did something shift? And what would it be like living in a world where happiness could never be achieved from the outside? Because it's your nature. And even if it's not our lived experience, just a realization or this shift from thinking that happiness I can get when I have an amazing relationship, when I have enough money, when I have a good career, when I visit cool places, whatever it is, once we realize that no, those are not needed, the only thing that these things do for us is allow ourselves to release our happiness. Then the interest in those things, they don't disappear. It's still nice, but they don't become, we don't become dependent on them to reach our own happiness. We start to orient our search for happiness inward. We want to remove these blockages, not for the sake of being a better person, not for the sake of becoming whole or it's the right thing to do. No, because it's from the natural drive that drives our lives. It's the search for happiness that all of a sudden fuels inner curiosity, wanting to find out about myself, wanting to remove these layers of fear, wanting to remove these layers of tension, because that's where the jewel is. It's been there all along. It didn't all of a sudden appear in there. We've just been a bit fooled, thinking that I need to go outside, I need to rearrange the external world for me to be happy. And the amount of freedom that puts on our relationship and the external world, if my happiness depended on me having an awesome house, I would have to put a lot of years into saving and working to ever achieve that happiness. But if it's available for me in this very moment, right now, well, then I'm already home. I've already arrived to be the happiness we seek, the true blessing of non-duality, of realizing that the essence of us, of me, is happiness. And not believing in my mind, not allowing it to obscure my true being, the essence of myself, is relaxing back in happiness, in quiet, peaceful joy. Available right here and right now to all of us. And if we don't feel it, this is an invitation to orient our curiosity and our search for happiness to our inner world, finding out who we truly are, the end of the rainbow, the true treasure, the journey of a lifetime, coming home. You're listening to Consciousness in Me, and my name is Josefin. Any questions, any short stories you want to share, please feel free to use the comment section. I hope to see you next time.